Shop smart, shop S-Mart.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to New Book Who Dis. I am your host, DeathMetalHero, and with me is Mr. Mark Poulton. How's it going, man? How you doing?
Yeah, it's doing great. I'm doing great, man. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely, dude. Absolutely. This is the first New Book Who Dis of the year. And we're kicking it off right with an awesome book. How were your holidays, dude? How did Christmas and New Year's go for you?
Fantastic. Christmas, spent some time with my family, mom, brother, sister, their family, and then Christmas was me and my son, and
Nice.
we had a great time. And then Christmas, New Year's Eve, I went down and visited Sean Aaron.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, and it was great seeing him. I had seen him a couple weeks ago
Right.
for a Comic-Con, but seeing him again and spending the holidays with him was great. And
Yeah.
he just appreciates everyone in our community so much for like all the support they've given him. So yeah.
Well, he's awesome. I'm glad you went and hung out with him, man. You know, it's that's spreading the love. You know, sometimes it's being stuck on the internet. You know, and this is how we all communicate. This is how we all interact. You know, it's awesome because we can be all over the world and we can communicate and we can hang out. But sometimes there's that face-to-face interaction, that hanging out, like that, you know, the handshake and the hug. You know what I mean? Like that person-to-person interaction. We're built for that. So it's good. That's good, man. I'm glad you went down there.
Yeah, no, good time. We had a triple feature of the Terrifier movies.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I still have yet to watch those. I remember you guys were talking about them. You were talking about those in one of your streams. How they were really awesome. So
Yeah,
I'm
ever
able to catch
since
up
ever since I saw Terrifier 2 back in October, like
Yeah.
my circle of friends, we've been obsessed with these movies.
Well, it sounds like kind of a return to you know, kind of 80s kind of,
Yeah.
I don't know, almost schlock horror, but like done with love and reverence, because
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
they love this stuff. You
They're
know, it's
well-made
fun.
movies. Yeah, they're great.
Good cinematography as opposed to relying on, you know, overabundance of gore
Yeah.
and special effects. Let's see who do we got in the chat. What's going on, Neff? How you doing, man? Welcome. We got American Comics. Welcome, sir. And we got a Matt 6 Bar. What's going on? Good to see you, brother. Welcome. And we got a Brian Criscow. Man, the chat. And then we got this primetime Poulton guy. He sounds like trouble. Better watch out.
Sketchy.
What's up, good stuff? We got Flying Feline. Good to see you, beautiful. Skull, thanks for coming to hang out. Oh, let's see. Chat is jumping tonight. Good to see you guys. Yeah, I know we're live. At least I hope we're live. I was trying to make sure that the stream was live. Sometimes you never can tell with StreamYards. What's going on, Hurley and the Steadfast? Welcome. Criscow boomered. It happens sometimes, you know. Sometimes this live streaming thing is it's an interesting thing.
Yeah. Nope, I've been there.
Technology loves to fuck up when you least expect it. It's almost like Murphy's Law of technology. And also, like, when you're super stressed, it'll fuck up just because. just because. So you get any good books over Christmas? You read anything over Christmas?
So that's actually like one of my New Year's resolutions. I'm just trying to read more. So far this year, I've read the hardcover of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Ronin.
Nice.
And I read the hardcover collection of Batman Spawn, the 90s team-ups. So,
okay, yeah, I remember those. Yeah. What'd you think of Ronin? You know, don't spoil anything for anybody.
I loved it. I did think, like, I thought the first half of the book was a little better than the second half of the book. I don't
Right.
know. It just mood wise, it seemed like it shifted. And
Yeah. I can see that. I can see that. It's almost as if like when you find out certain information, the mood shifts, immediately.
yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, I still enjoyed it, and I thought it was great just reading it in one sitting,
Oh
and
yeah.
not having to
Have to
wait
go
the
back and
the months
yeah.
and months. So yeah, that was fun, and it was great revisiting the Batman Spawn books. I actually never had read I read the book Todd released for Image, but I never
Right.
picked up the DC version of the team up because at the time I was like,
It's
DC
an
can't do
interesting. Yeah.
this, right?
it's interesting, that's for sure. I mean, I always liked the Todd released one better, just because
Yeah.
I mean, it looked darker. It looked more like an Image.
It looked
book.
like a
It looked
Spawn book, yeah.
Yeah. The DC one looked a little. I don't know. I'm cool. I'm hip. Ducka 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 ducka. So I mean, I kudos for them trying.
Yeah.
But that's awesome. I've actually just went through the Sprawl trilogy from William Gibson. You ever read Neuromancer? Neuromancer Count Zero, Mona Lisa Overdrive?
No.
Actually, I was listening to those audiobooks while I was organizing my collection. Like, I haven't gone through, like, holy shit, man. It took me fucking 9 days. I finished it today, basically.
Yeah.
But started, like, on New Year's Eve day, and all of the old stuff, all the new stuff, and I purged, like, 3 long boxes of stuff that I, can now, use for channel giveaways or sell or whatnot. But yeah, actually, I can find shit in my collection again. I haven't been able to find shit in my collection in like 10 years. Longer.
Yeah.
But yeah, 24 short boxes, 15 long boxes at the end total. And they're all around me now.
Yeah. I really need to get more organized with my, like the books over the last couple of years. I feel like they stay in the bags from the comic shop, and I just have this pile of bags that I haven't like. But with this year being like my resolution to read more, I just know I'm gonna get organized and file those books away.
I mean, man, I don't know what came over me on New Year's Eve, but I was just like, I was looking at like the boxes and I was thinking, I have no idea where anything is. And I was just like, fuck it. And just dove into it. Got every single one of them out here. My entire living room was covered in long boxes, short boxes, moving things here, there, and everywhere. I found out that I have a lot of complete sets of everything. Well, not everything. I have a lot of complete sets of things that I, thought I only had bits and pieces of.
Yeah.
I'm like 15 away from a full run of Volume 2 of Wolverine. Like 15 single issues separate me from an entire run. So yeah, it was cool to go through all those and like reconnect with some stuff and look at some stuff and be like, wow, this was actually published. Good. Why do I have this? And then it felt good to like get rid of some stuff that maybe I don't dig, but somebody else will dig. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah. So it's been a good start to the year. Good start to the year. So let's go ahead and bring up the campaign here. Now, go ahead and tell me the special inspiration for this book here.
So Hurley's Heroes is inspired by a true story, inspired by a friend who, after suffering 2 strokes and having dual organ transplants, he dedicated his life to helping children with special needs.
Damn.
And just kind of like how comic book creators have comic conventions, the special needs community has conventions as well, where the providers set up booths to like show off what they can provide for families. And he was, my friend Hurley was thinking of something that he could provide for kids that would be kind of cool for them, besides just like brochures and information. And we were talking and we were like, oh, what about like a comic book? That would be pretty cool. And we started brainstorming ideas, and when we came up with the idea of someone gaining superpowers from a superhero organ donor, I was like, wow, that's something I don't think's ever been done before. I think we have something there.
Yeah. It's definitely different, and unique, and coming from a real place, basing it on kind of like on a real person and their real life struggle. This is an awesome cover, by the way. I love the Spider-Man versus Superman homage you got with this one going on here. This is your interior artist, right?
Yeah, this is the interior artist, Fredson
Nice.
Oliveira. I was trying to. He asked for some suggestions for covers, and I don't know. It just popped in my head. I was like, oh, we should do a homage of Superman, Spider-Man, and I think it's beautiful. I love it.
Yeah, I think he nailed it. The framing and everything. That's it's fucking rad, man. I mean, being that I'm not terribly fond of heights like that perspective gives me vertigo. But I mean, that is a wicked cool picture. So let's go ahead and take a look at the trailer here. There we go. That's better.
I'm about to go off like a weapon. Fuel to the top, got a filled up engine. In my thoughts, obsession. I will not stop, no, I'm never second guessing. I got a God complex. Haters love to hate, but I never feel pressed. Got a lot on my plate, but I never get stressed. I'll take all the pressure like I'm acing this test. Tear it up like I'm Jason. I see the world like it's ready for the taking. I see this place like a game I'm playing. Straight to the bank to collect my payments. No negotiations, it's my way, I was born impatient. And like a damn Freemason, I'll run this nation. They call me a god. 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 I don't know how to stop. I just go till I drop. Whether it's working or shots, give it all that I got. You can watch me work in my element. Anyone in the way is irrelevant. Wanna cross me, cool, not intelligent. Cause I don't forget shit like an elephant. Go ahead and tempt me, put it on the line and you'll come up empty. If I got time, I'm deadly. Never caught off guard, no, I'm always ready.
Bringing it on. Oh, shit. Damn. I mean, that's a great trailer, man. Did you put that together or
6 a.m. Edited together for me, and the song
great.
The song I found on YouTube's free audio library.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, there's some good songs there if you go through them all.
Yeah, I mean, I'll have to go check and look at. Generally, there's nothing heavy enough for me in there. Like it's like just almost, not quite. Yeah. Oh well. But yeah, great trailer, and Six did a great job. I love his stuff. Not only a talented artist and showboater and rapper and all that, edits together videos as well. Damn. All right, so 40-page flip book featuring a 12-page preview of Universal's Initiative. All right, so briefly, why don't you tell me what Universal's Initiative is about? Just a little taste of that.
So maybe 12 years ago, while John and I were like just starting on Graveyard Shift, we were approached by a studio in Mexico to help them create a comic book universe. They were big Liefeld fans. So at the time I was writing Evangeline for Rob Liefeld, and John was drawing Youngblood for Liefeld. So they tapped us to create this universe. And their plan was to introduce all these characters and individual stories and then have them come together for at the time it was called the Universals. They had the trademark for Mexico, but someone else has the trademark in the U.S., so I had to change the name to Universal's Initiative. But but yeah, that was their. They had all these huge plans, and John and I we did 2 stories, and next thing I know, one of the owners of the studio has a chain of restaurants in Mexico. They're using the characters on the menus. They have life-size statues of the characters in the restaurants. What? Yeah. I'll have to share some pictures sometimes. It's nuts.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow, this is going to be something. And then for whatever reason, I know that they both, their careers went different ways when COVID happened.
Right.
The one was trying to save his restaurant chain. The other was an architect, and he was busy building hospitals for all these patients.
Right.
And they never published the Universals. And I always kept in contact with them, and they were keeping tabs on what John and I were doing with Graveyard Shift and all our other books. And finally I reached out to them, and I was like, hey, are you guys have any plans to do anything with Universals? And they were like, no, we're just so busy. Unfortunately, we don't. And I was like, well, I'd be interested in publishing it. And they thought that was a great idea. So
there you go.
40 pages of unpublished Malin artwork.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. So this is something that's been in the can for a while.
Yeah.
The Universal's initiative.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah, I just wanted to. I thought this was a great way. I like my books to be thick enough that I can have a square bound spine, sit them on a shelf. And the Hurley's Hero story is 28 pages. So I was like, let's add 12 pages of the Universals, make it a flip book. I was a big fan of them in the 90s.
Right. I mean, and that was a way that a lot of publishers got like the word out for other other stories. So you said 32 pages. How many pages?
So it's 40 pages total. 28 is dedicated to Hurley's Heroes, and then 12 to Universal's initiative.
Okay, nice. So 28 pages, and it's introducing Hurley's. And is it like an origin story, or are we getting?
This is So I wrote this much like a first issue. You get a glimpse of like his backstory, his origin. But we don't know a full extent of his powers yet. And as I write, hopefully, if there's enough interest to warrant a second issue and a third issue, we'll go more in depth on his powers and what exactly they are. But the main focus of this story for me is a guy who was given a second chance at life, and he feels like he owes this world a debt. Especially now that he realizes he has superpowers, is like he feel like he owes this hero who gave his life so he could live. He owes him so much and needs to do right by him.
That's cool. It's kind of the power and responsibility thing.
Yeah,
told from a different perspective. I've been given this chance. It's a unique way to start. It's a very cool starting point for a hero, and I agree, Brian. 6 a.m. is the shiznit. He's pretty awesome. But yeah, he's got a hoverboard.
So the real Hurley is a big 80s nostalgia guy, much like myself. So we gave him a hoverboard, and some people say it's Marty McFly's hoverboard, and I'm not going to say whether it is or not. But
no, clearly, it's a Donald DeLay hoverboard. I mean, you can see right there. Yeah, it's on the bottom of the board right there, clearly. And this is a great cover by Donald. This variant cover.
He's awesome. He's one of my favorite artists.
How badass Sea Dog looks right there.
Yeah, that's like the best version of Sea Dog, I think. He looks amazing there. And Sea Dog's a character created by my son and I. And I think like an ongoing theme of Hurley's Heroes is I'm going to try to incorporate a guest star from my universe of characters.
Okay, so kind of like a haunted pizza team up or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice. I dig it, man. I mean, and you've got a character that that's kind of popular, and then that's you have the other ones come in and you introduce new characters. It gets other characters out there. It shows the interconnectivity of your universe, and if it works for the story, great. The problem that some run into is that they try to cram stories and then they don't work.
Well, when a lot of people who read U.S. Assassin, when they saw this, they were like, how can Sea Dog appear in this? He appeared in U.S. Assassin Volume 3, and it ended with him trapped in space with Bazooka Dog and Viking Wolf. And I have that covered. Actually, there's a 2-page sequence. It'll show you how Sea Dog goes from this story to the U.S. Assassin story. So I like my continuity, too.
See, he's paying attention, folks. He's paying attention. Going to make sure he keeps the continuity intact. This is it's what you get when you have a passionate creator that is a fan as well, cares about the comics. I hear continuity and I'm thinking like me in the long boxes going okay, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, shit, where's 20 22, 23 and 21. It's I love that shit. It's part of being a fan. It's part of being a collector. You know what I mean? So, yeah, continuity. Okay, and so this is some of the interior work.
Yeah, beautiful artwork by Fredson Oliveira, colored by Anthony George, who's the colorist on Graveyard Shift.
Excellent. Love this underwater stuff.
Yeah, so I'm a sucker for like stories that involve nature, whether it's a snowstorm or any type of storm. I love those type of stories.
Yeah. Well, it adds a lot of flavor to the environment.
Yeah.
It also adds if it's a snowstorm, it adds an element of a danger. Freezing or tsunami. It's not just the bad guys that the hero's got to worry about. They got to worry about the elements around. Hell yeah, pages look great, man.
Thank you.
And then we got this. So is this going to be like a usual thing for you now? The 40-page book, but with like a preview. In each one, or
no? It was just the Hurley's Hero story. I thought I wanted to give people more value for the book, so I added the 12 pages of Universal's initiative. Most of my stories usually run between 40 to 54 pages. It was just I wanted to go a different format with Hurley's Heroes and tell like more traditional type what issue type comics instead of more graphic novel stories.
Yeah. So is oh wow, that's really cool. That is a hell of an image. I'll have to have you guys come on and talk about that when that comes out.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, so got the minifig, yes. Nice, dude.
Yeah, so I introduced the minifigures, I think, when I launched Viking Wolf a year or two ago. Yeah. And it was a big hit, and I brought back a variant of the minifigure. Both times it was mini moral compass figures, because everyone needs their own moral compass, their own Jiminy Cricket. But I feel like I played out the moral compass, so I had to give people a new character. And Hurley's an easy enough character to do in the minifigure form. Because there are limitations of what you can do, but they were actually able to make the hoverboard for me, and I was psyched about that.
That is awesome, and that goes to the first 100 backers of the featured tier. Hell yeah. That's cool, man. Yeah, my little moral compass dude sits right up on the shelf next to the drawing desk.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Making sure I put the lines in the right places. You also got Sea Dog and Kill Switch available as well.
Yeah, I have the standard covers, and also I have the Malin and Fraga variants available as add-ons.
Nice. Hell yeah. Man, you got all kinds of stuff on this campaign for add-ons. That's cool. Got the acrylic
I like my little knickknacks.
Yeah. Well, it's the fun little swag, the I don't know, the extra stuff, the way we can sport our fandom, It's the merchandising, you know what I mean? I love it. It's good shit. Oh, and you got a 2024 calendar.
Yeah, there's nothing worse than like backing a calendar and having it like arrive during that year. So I was like, let's just plan ahead, and I'm going to release a 2024 calendar and launch.
That makes sense.
January 2023.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. That way they have it well ahead of time, and they can start using it when it is applicable, not halfway through the year that they're in. Yeah. So when are you looking to fulfill this one?
I think I put down June as the date, but the book's done. Once the campaign's over, maybe a couple weeks to wait for the funds and then send it off to the printer. So I'm hoping if I run this campaign for 60 days,
nice.
Sometime in April, I would hope to fulfill.
Oh wow! Like that's
quick. That's far away.
That's a nice turnaround. Yeah, I mean it's not that far away at all.
Yeah,
that's great, man. So the book is completely done and ready to rock and roll.
Yeah.
Wow, man, that's awesome. A lot more creators are starting to at least have a large chunk of said book done before they launch. So you just keeping the machine rolling.
Yeah, no, it's the biggest lesson I learned in comics when I was working on. I think we talked about this during when we were talking about Loose Threads. I was so busy working on like other people's work, I didn't have anything in the pipeline for myself. So when Hawkman went away, Evangeline went away, I was left basically with my pants down with nothing to put out. So now I always make sure I have like a ton of projects, juggling them all at the same time.
Got something going on always. Yeah. Something new. Keep the fans' attention, keep the appetite wet. That's great. So this is the first stretch goal.
Yeah.
Nice. Hurling Heroes. Garbage Pail Kids inspired trading card by David Murdoch. That's awesome. That is just nasty and awesome, and it definitely reminds me of all those Garbage Pail Kids pictures. It's hilarious. You've got the peel here, like it's a sticker. That's awesome.
Yeah, I'd love to do it as a sticker. I'll just have to find like the place that can do it for me.
Oh yeah. I mean, I'm sure somebody out here knows how to do the quality stickers. All right, so let's talk about your featured tier here. What all is in your featured tier? Because it looks like a tremendous bundle.
Sure. So you get all three covers of Hurley's Heroes. You get the Fredson cover, which is the Superman Spider-Man homage. You get the Donald DeLay cover, and then you get the John Malin Universal's Initiative cover. Since the book's a flip book, you flip them over, and there's an image on the back of the Haunted Pizza Universe when you combine. So triple connecting covers on the back, and that image, cool. Features the U.S. Assassin Team, Sea Dog, Viking Wolf, Black Owl, the Universal's Initiative characters.
Is that the huge image on here? Right. So this
there
is going to be on the back.
Yeah, so that'll be divided among the three covers. And if you don't want to get all three covers, but you want the image, it's also going to be available as an 11x17 print.
That's awesome. That is awesome. I dig that, because that is a cool image. Hell yeah.
And then it comes with a sketch by me of Hurley.
Nice.
And then
all for $100.
Yeah, and first 100 backers, they'll get the Hurley minifigure as well.
Hell yeah. That is the way to go right there. That is a haul and a half of stuff. That is a badass image right here. This the triple connecting image.
Yeah, I love it. Chris Graves knocked it out of the park.
did, man. And that's all the characters from your universe.
Yeah.
Nice, dude. How gratifying is it to see something like that? Like all the characters that you've created over the years.
Yeah, no, it's crazy. I mean, I think I tweeted like last week that I can't believe I still can't get over like how the last 5 years have been since the launch of Graveyard Shift. Like, it's just like I spent years doing indie comics, you know, doing it the way everyone was told. Oh, you need a publisher, you need someone to publish your book to feel like validated. And then, you know, I did that. I never made any money, but I still was like proud that I was like making comics. You know, I got to do like mainstream work for DC and like Image, and still didn't really make any money. But you know, it's almost like you're doing it just for you know, the
self-satisfaction.
Yeah. And then like when the whole indie comic scene, like, you know, turned down me and John for Graveyard Shift, we were like, oh, we're going to do this ourselves. And it paid off.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe it.
Paid off in aces, man.
Yeah.
Seriously. Like, you know, you've got an audience now. You got a following. You got, you know, you got this whole mechanism, this machine rolling now. You've got it moving forward. And, you know,
I make comic books with my son and my best friends. I couldn't imagine a better,
there you go.
a better life.
Yeah. That's the best way to do it.
Yeah.
You know, you're making stuff that the fans enjoy and that they keep coming back for. You're making stories and comics, like you said, with your son and your best friend. You're having fun while you're doing it. There's no loss here. You know, you make enough money to keep going and keep making them.
Yeah, and the cool thing, like all the stuff I loved in the 90s, I get to do it myself, like foil covers, flip books, connecting cover, wrestling slam buddies. You know, no one in comics was doing that, and I was like, you know what? I think I don't know if people are going to be into it, but I'm going to be into it. I'm going to release some wrestling slam buddies, and now other creators do it, so I love it.
Oh yeah, trendsetter.
Yeah.
You know, like I always say, make stuff that you will be that you're interested in.
Mm-hmm.
Tell stories that you would want to read, and you will find an audience. You will find somebody else out there that's looking for that as well. So, what's up, some person? Some person says Red Valkyrie can help with merch advice. I know that that she's got a guy for patches. I don't know if they do stickers as well, but yeah, you can definitely ask Shay from Red Valkyrie. Let's see. Warren says, I love Mark's writing. I try not to miss a book.
Thank you, Warren.
See, like I said, customers keep coming back for more, man. They're happy. They're enjoying the stories. So, got the Fredson cover or the delay cover or just the mail-in cover. Wow. Okay, so you could get you can get them all individually. That's cool. Or you can get the
Fredson delay one, since they're the Hurley focused ones, or get all three and then have the triple connecting covers on the back. That's the way to go.
Well, I mean, if you
the way to go is featured tier.
I'm just saying, you might as well go featured tier and get all the rest of that cool stuff. I mean, it's realize it's another $25, but I mean, come on. I mean, it's totally worth it for the rest of that stuff. But seriously, this connecting image in the back is pretty damn sick, and the fact that you can get it as an add-on as well is pretty damn awesome. I like that. Oh wow, okay. So not a whole lot of tiers this time around, but
tons of add-ons.
Lots of add-ons. Yeah, okay, very cool. Trying something a little different this time.
Yeah, keeping it simple.
Yeah.
With the amount of add-ons, though, when I get that report at the end, it's going to be like everyone has a customized order, so it'll keep me busy.
Oh yeah, no doubt. I've no doubt. But I mean, the being able to get like the main things and then add like little things here and there to choose your tchotchkes, as it were.
Yeah.
I kind of like that. You know, you get the stuff that you're really into, the stuff that that you dig. Like if you really like bookmarks, you get the bookmarks. You get the, or choose the pins, or stuff like that. That's great, man. What is this?
So that's the Wrestling Slam Buddy.
Oh, okay, cool. So now
like the Hulk Hogan ones back in the 90s. Yeah.
Okay, but you've got a U.S. Assassin one, and then there's the
Black Owl one.
Owl one. So this is going to be your third one, right?
Yeah.
That's cool, dude.
And
you're just going to keep going and just do the whole universe.
So Nicholas Gear has a Relentless Tin Soldier one, and Edwin Acevedo has a one for the shark character from the Ace.
Oh,
and we were like, we were talking, and we're like, oh, we should do an all ages team book and call them like the Slam Buddies. And I was like, don't tempt me to make another book, because I will.
Don't tempt me to be creative more, because I'll do it. I'll do it again. I swear. Coming up with new concepts left and right. That's pretty rad, though. I mean, I was never much into wrestling when I was a kid, but I do remember seeing commercials for those things, and I remember seeing people with them, and they were hugely popular. So I think it's cool that you're recreating stuff that you liked when you were younger.
Yeah.
And that's true for the stories. You're making stuff that you would read. You're creating products that you would want.
Yeah,
as a collector.
Make fun comics. I mean, I feel like that's what this whole movement started, because of people wanted fun comics, and that's the type of comics I like. So, yeah.
Comics are supposed to be fun. They're supposed to be good. I mean, they don't have to be fucking Shakespeare or anything like that, but they're supposed to be good, but they're supposed to be fun, Escapist entertainment. Good artwork. I love this cover. I keep coming back to this because I love the layering here, like these hands, up down here at the bottom, and then there's another layer of critters in here, and then another layer, and it's really well done.
Yeah, it's funny. Like when I asked Donald to do a cover for me, I told him I wanted classic heroes back to back fighting pose, and he did that, and he was like, here's another idea that I like better. What do you think? And I was like, you're right. I like it better too.
Yeah. He's got an eye for dynamicism. Mm-hmm. He really does. And he's the stuff that he's doing with Sierra Whiskey for no cover. It's very, very Scotty Young.
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
You know what I mean? I love dude's versatility. Because this is much more traditional for Donald, at least, as far as he goes. So it's cool to see the variation. So now, did you tell me how you got hooked up with Hurley? How you met Hurley? You were at a convention, right? Is that what you said?
No, she's just a family friend. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
That's very cool. All right, and we talked briefly about the Universal's initiative. Are you going to have a sign up for this?
Yeah, so I think the plan is maybe late summer to launch Universal's initiative. Want to get that preview book out there first, but 40 pages of unpublished Malin artwork written by me. And then from there, there's plenty more stories to tell. Of course, I'll have to bring on a new artist after this.
Right, because
John's a
little busy now.
But I feel like this is a great. Yeah, this is a nice little piece of history. To see this is what we were working on when we were on the earliest stages of Graveyard Shift. So it's a tale of two comic book universes.
Wow. So I guess the question is, are these going to be worked into your universe, or are you waiting to see how the preview and then this one does?
Yeah, I don't see them crossing over for a while, but I'm definitely game for it. But I gotta tell the Universal story first, and then I can
Right.
start. Maybe they'll pop up here and there in some of my other books, but for now, the Universals will just, they'll be the only ones in their books.
Right. Yeah. I mean, not everything has to be connected. There are,
Mhm.
there are certain stories that kind of have to stand on their own. They do their own thing. They have their own, their own universe.
Yeah, but I love the early days of Image when you would see like, a Savage Dragon pop up in a Bad Rock book, or Spawn show up in whatever Youngblood or whatever. So yeah, maybe we'll get a cameo here and there.
Yeah. I mean, they're all your characters, so you know anything can happen. I mean, just as long as you don't. I mean, I suppose you could, but I was going to say just as long as you don't end up with like a line-wide crisis where you've got to clean up timelines. And I mean, I suppose you could, but why would you want to?
Yeah, no. If we ever do that, that'll be like 50 years down the line. My
Right,
son will be writing those stories because I'll be.
I'm just gonna push that off on him. Leave the timeline for him to clean up later. Well, see, I mean, if he's working with you now, he can help keep track of it. That way, you don't have those continuity errors. The continuity errors, I think, kind of come in when people try to, retrofit things.
Right.
And they, multiple writers. If it's just you, you and your boy, then it's a lot easier to maintain a continuity with. It's like what was it? The dude from Dune, Frank Herbert, and his son. A lot easier to maintain that continuity from one author to the next, I guess. So, but that's neither here nor there. That's the long way down the road. So, who did the colors for the Universal's Initiative book?
So it's funny. This piece right here is colored by Anthony George, and Anthony George is going to color the Universal's Initiative. But at the time, he wasn't the colorist for that book. He was just, an aspiring colorist who asked John for, some art that he could practice on. And years later, he turned out to become the Graveyard Shift colorist. And
right on.
When I was, getting these files to publish the Universal's Initiative, I was trying to track down some files, and John said, Anthony George colored some stuff back in the day. You should check to see if he has it. So I sent him the low res picture of this, and it was like, you wouldn't happen to have still have the high res of this? And he was like, "Oh my God, Mark, this is a blast from the past." He goes, I do still have the file, and he sent me it, and I was like, well, if you're interested, you can be the colorist of this too. So yeah,
there you go.
It's crazy that the three of us have been doing Graveyard Shift, and this was a piece that Anthony was practicing on like over a decade ago.
Wow, that's funny. Just never throw anything away.
Yeah,
never toss anything out. It's all useful little pieces. You'd hold on to scraps. You never know where you will end up using them. And I mean, like you said, this was all done. 2 full issues.
Yeah,
you said, right?
Yep.
And that one's going to be 40 all told.
Yeah, when I do the first Universal's Initiative book, it'll be at least 40 pages.
Nice. That is crazy. It's like uncovering a I don't know, a treasure trove from a time capsule.
Yeah, no,
back in the day.
I joked on Twitter because I forget who it was. I think Mark Brooks got upset that someone compared John Malin to Jack Kirby. So so I was like, imagine discovering 40 unpublished Jack Kirby pages. I don't have to imagine that because I discovered 40 unpublished John Malin pages.
Oh shit! When is Brooks not upset? Holy shit! I was going through a bunch of my stuff, and I found some of his like interior work.
Yeah.
From back in the day. No wonder he changed up his style and went to becoming a cover artist. Yeah. I don't know, a lot more cartoony than he is
Mhm.
now. So he straight at the cartoony and went straight for like slathering everybody up in oil. So go figure. I don't know. But yeah, these look like a hell of a lot of fun, man, and I love the concept behind Hurley's Heroes. How do you know what kind of like, I don't know, what kind of a like length of a storyline are you looking at for Hurley's Heroes? Like this is issue 1. How many issues do you think the story is, or is it just kind of an ongoing like superhero story?
I could see it going on forever. I think there's like at least like 5 volumes I know I want to do.
Yeah.
But then after that, I would love to keep it going. It all depends on the audience reaction to it.
Sure.
But
like, you got at least five like what 32 pages in your head, you think?
Yeah,
nice,
definitely,
dude. It's a solid chunk of stories. Solid chunk of superheroine,
But one thing I'd like to add is so when I started my career in comics, I my very first book, Coney Waves, which I'm bringing back in March. It was published by Arcana Studio, which was an indie publisher in Canada, and that was my first published work, Arcana. and I started writing their press releases. Shortly thereafter, they signed the book,
kidding.
And then a couple years in, the owner and I had such a good relationship. He asked me if I would be the vice president of his company, the vice president of the Canada's largest comic book publisher, and
wow.
So together we probably published like 300 graphic novels while I worked for him. And then my writing career took off. I started doing stuff for Image and DC, but so I stepped away from working with Arcana, but we always stayed in contact. As my career went one way, his career went another way, Sean O'Reilly, and he sort of got out of publishing comics, and he opened an animation studio in Canada, and he started writing and directing, and then he started producing live action films. And we've always kept in contact. He saw what I was doing with Graveyard Shift, and he asked if there's any way we could work together. And I was telling him about Hurley's Heroes, and he loved the idea. And we're currently developing it as a live action motion picture now. So
that's awesome.
It's all this stuff. I've been through this before. It's all a long shot, but it's still cool when Hollywood takes interest to the stuff we create.
Well, I mean, they're starved for ideas, man. They don't have anything original, and this is an original idea, and it's it's an uplifting story. I
could see it being a television series or a movie or something.
Yeah, give it get a good script and get a high enough budget. A wisely used budget, I should say.
Yeah, but our plan right now is to package the comic with a screenplay and hopefully get a name attached to it.
Cool, man. With hopefully you will. It's a cool concept.
Yeah. Thank you.
And we need something different for superheroes out there. You know what I mean? Like it's. I grew up with Marvel, and I've got a lot of Marvel comics, but I'm a little bored with their characters now. As much as I hate to say that, I want something new. I want something fresh, and I'm really digging what people are creating over here in the indie sphere. But I mean,
I still have my pull list at my LCS, but I probably spend more money on Indiegogo and other crowdfunded comics. So I'm with you. I'm more interested in what like the indie scene's doing.
Yeah, what are they making? What are they creating? What new untapped artist is just bursting onto the scene, creating something awesome? There's so many amazing talents over here. What's up, Chris?
Oh, hey,
Thanks
Chris,
for coming to hang out, man. Welcome.
Chris Graves working on he did that triple connecting covers, and he's working on the Universal initiative as well.
That's awesome, man. That triple connecting covers some badass stuff, dude. Nicely done, sir. What's up, Frog G? Good to see you. Hurley's Heroes, the comic book. Hurley's Heroes, the lunchbox. Hurley's Heroes, the flamethrower. The kids loved that one. Totally. Merchandising. You know, I mean, I love merch just as much as the next nerd. Hey, what's up, Hex? Good to see you, buddy. Thanks for coming to hang out, man. Seriously, like T-shirts and like, I don't know, T-shirts, mugs, that kind of thing. I mean, that's usually where my mind goes. You know, I love figures as well. I mean, I don't buy nearly as many figures as I used to, you know, just because like figures are so damn expensive.
Yeah.
But
I'm dipping my toe into the action figure market this year, so I'll see see how it goes. Yeah.
Shit. Really?
Yeah.
Really? I was about to ask what was, you know, we see a little bit of what's next with the, you know, Universal's initiative, but I was going to ask what's next from Mark Poulton and Haunted Pizza LLC. What's going on?
Well, I mean, we got a ton of books this year. We got Coney Waves. Chris Graves and I have a book, Writhe in Pain. Universal's initiative full book, U.S. Assassin 4. And then at some point, hopefully, we'll announce an action figure line that we're working on with a toy company. So
right on, man.
Yeah, so the 3D models are being made right now, and then from there we're going to do the prototypes. So it's exciting. It's scary too, because I know how to make comic books. Toys are new. I just know I like to collect toys and display them.
Right. Be cool to have your own have toys of your own characters.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, absolutely, man. That's so cool. You know, making moves, man, doing different things, moving outside of the comfort zone, but still doing what works. You know, that's how to grow. That's how to grow the brand. You know?
Yeah, I feel like it's do or die. It's like this opportunity was presented to me, and I was like, oh, I have to take it, or I'll regret it for the the rest of my life.
Right. No, I hear that, man. I hear that. This whole scene is an amazing thing. So many different stories, so many different talents, and you know, I've yet to see really, you know, a lot of like overlapping concepts. There's a lot of like different concepts. You know, people are thinking differently, trying different things. You know, you can tell that people have been, I don't know, they've been kind of bored with stuff that's been, you know, created in the you know, the quote unquote mainstream for a while. You know, they're looking for something new, something fresh, entertaining, and that's what we got over here. This is a pretty cool image, man. I'm not gonna lie. I think that you could totally put this on a shirt. You know, have like the city in the background and the characters kind of cut out like just on a black shirt, and maybe have like the darker blue swirls or something like that coming out from the center, but let like the black shirt come through.
Oh yeah, I could definitely see it. Yeah.
Yeah, but that would be cool, man.
Yeah, for the actual cover, I want to try to recreate the old trade dress with you know, Sea Dog's logo and the Hurley's Heroes logo to give it that nostalgic vibe.
Yeah, man. You know what else I've noticed over here is that there's a lot of homage covers, but they're really well done over here.
Yeah,
and tastefully done. You know, it's like, I don't know. They're done with care as opposed to the opposite. Which I worked in my comic shop for like 7 years. You know, I watched, you know, the mainstream just decline more and more. So I saw this shit happen firsthand. So I know what I'm talking about. So yeah. Yeah, the homage covers are done with a lot more love over here than they seem to be done, you know, by the quote unquote official companies.
Yeah.
So I love that. But I mean, this is where people that really love comics are at.
No, that's what I was going to say. You could tell the people who love comics and the people who are trying to capitalize on nostalgia.
Yeah. Yeah, trying to play up that whole nostalgia thing. I mean, that's unfortunately that's why we get so many reboots, remakes, and retcons.
Yeah,
you know, the three terrible R's. Because they're all out of good ideas. They're all out of original ideas. All they can do is go back to the well and You know, oh, can we flip this around and transform this and change that and present it as something new, but that you remember. You know, it's the perfect product. You know, oh, it's something familiar yet different. Sorry. I just reminded myself why I don't really like reboots and remakes, and I get tired of them. Sometimes they turn out to be good, you know. Sometimes, most of the time, they don't. I don't know. Give me something new. Give me something fresh. Give me a different story. You know, tell me a new story. Even if you're going to tell me like the same story you've told me before, if you've got like, I don't know, some new concepts to work into it, or you tell it in a different way without, you know, destroying the story. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
I will tell you, I am next in March. I'm bringing back. You could say I'm rebooting my original book that started my career, Coney Waves.
Right.
And I'm doing it the way I always wanted it. I wanted to do it because when I first launched that, I launched it with an artist that was much older than me, and he would, I don't know, I always like he would have his vision of what the book would be, and
Right.
I would have mine. And I think because I was younger, I always, you know, conceded to him, and
Sure.
it was never the way I wanted it. And now, you know, almost 17 years later, you know, I'm doing it the way I always envisioned it, and this is like exactly how I wanted it to be. I have Mandy Summers helping me out with the book, Renzo Rodriguez, and one of Coney's co-creators, Dexter Weeks, who's one of my best friends. He's back on board coloring the book, so it looks fantastic. I think it's going to be a huge book, and I think people are going to really love it. It's Buffy the Vampire Slayer meets Hawaii Five-0. Just beautiful book to look at, and just fun horror stories.
Hell yeah, man! That sounds like fun. And I can hear like the you know the smile in your voice when you're talking about it. I can hear how, you know, kind of almost giddy you are to I don't know, put this book back out. You know, to put it out the way that you had intended to put it out. You know, that kind of reboot, like I said, sometimes they're good. You know, that sounds like a good idea.
Yeah, no, I can't wait for people to see. I've been teasing like the artwork, and Renzo's artwork is killer. And it's just so much fun. We have a variant cover by Rini, which she just delivered it this week. It's fantastic. So yeah, I'm super excited. I'm excited about all my books. They're all my babies. But yeah, this one holds a special place in my heart since it was like the very first book that got me into the industry. So yeah, be on the lookout for Coney Waves. The Indiegogo sign up page is currently up.
Oh shit! Do you have the link for that?
I can find it real quick.
Yeah, grab the link for that and drop it in the private chat, so I can go ahead and drop that for people. Yo, what's up, Edwin? Good to see you, man. Welcome. Let's see. Who else we got here? We got a good stuff. What's going on? Good stuff. Welcome. Good to see you, man. Yeah, that way people can sign up for that. Also, sign up for Hurley's Heroes #1, or actually go back Hurley's Heroes. It's not the sign up anymore. It's live.
No,
it's live.
Back that feature
go
tier.
Back right there. Right there. That featured tier. No, right here. Grab this featured tier right there.
All three covers, they form a connecting image on the back. Original artwork by me, and a little minifigure.
Minifigures are cool. I can vouch for. I got the Moral Compass one from the last from Viking Wolf.
Yeah, it's about time you had a friend.
Cool. Can I stop working? Look at the Moral Compass. No, keep going.
Always judging.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Keep going. Okay, more lines. Sits up there with the skulls.
I feel like I just saw a piece of your artwork that was put online. Did you do something for
For Frog G.
Frog G, yeah.
Yep,
Yeah.
Mr. Nuno's card. Yeah, Ink Spots. I just got done coloring.
That looks
the card.
fantastic, man.
Yeah, it turned out really good. He did a great job, man. And thank you. I had a lot of fun doing that card. Ink does some amazing colors. Took a lot of the texture that I put in there, and he just ran with it. And I love to see that shit.
Ink Spots colored Renzo's cover for Coney Waves.
Nice, dude.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Hell yeah. Yeah, Dink does amazing work, and people are going to see that, especially once Frog G comes out. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm actually going to have the original line work for that card available in the Red Valkyrie auction coming up on the 14th.
Nice.
Yeah. I also did a Voodoo Priestess card for them. That line work's going to be available, and that card will be in the second campaign. So, yeah. Yeah, man. Love those guys. Very, very excited for them. Kind of pissed they got shadow banned. But they've done okay despite, all that shadow banning shit.
Yeah, I check every day to see if Hurley's Heroes was. We're still up. My last campaign was shadow banned on the very last day, and it was the day that I sent a link for the campaign out in all my previous campaigns updates, which is against the terms of service. So I don't know if that's what triggered it, or if they're just out to get us, or what. But I've been playing by the rules, so I don't. I'm going to keep my fingers crossed that it stays, visible for as long as it can.
Yeah. Yeah. Tread lightly, as it were. And yes, indeed, hashtag RVUAA coming up this Saturday. Mark your calendars. We'll be in the 4 to 7 block. But, man, you got all kinds of stuff coming up and going on this year. It's going to be an exciting and busy year for you, dude. Anything else you want to say before we go ahead and wrap this episode up?
Just, again, I want to thank everyone for the support since the first Graveyard Shift book in 2017. It's been crazy. I never imagined that my career would be this way. Like I thought, like maybe, like the dream was to work for like a mainstream company, and this is far better than that ever ever was. Like to make, like I said, to make books with my son, to make books with my best friends, and for it to be our characters, stuff we own. That's awesome. And seeing an image of all our characters together is amazing. And diving out to action figures and possibly motion pictures, it's awesome.
That's some incredible stuff, man. And the sky's the limit. And all you've got to do is keep creating good stories, keep creating good characters. That's all you got to do. And then all of that other stuff comes to you.
Yeah, no, this
is telling the stories that you want to read, man.
Yeah, they say if you love what you're doing, it's never a job, and sometimes it gets a little because you create all this stuff, but then you have to fulfill it too. So but it's fun. Even the fulfilling part is actually fun for me. I love packaging up all these because I know they're going to like good homes and like people who made this all possible. So it actually is a lot of fun. And I'll just like put on a movie and zone out and bag and board books and signed books, and it's all fun. Yeah.
No, I hear you, man. It's what audiobooks. That's why I love audiobooks. Just put them on in the background and listen to that while I'm washing dishes, mowing the lawn, bagging and boarding comics, organizing an entire collection, like something like 6,000 books. Oh, yeah, it was a long 9 days, but it was worth it. But yeah. All right, chat, you guys are amazing. Hit these links. Go check out Hurley's Heroes. hit up this one as well. Sign up for Coney Waves that's coming out. Check out hauntedpizza.com or hauntedpizzallc.com.
Yep.
Links are all in the description of this this video. Keep an eye on what Mr. Mark Poulton's got going on. Got the wrestling stuff with 6 a.m. All kinds of cool shit. Make sure you're following him, and that way you won't miss a single thing. Mark, thanks for coming to hang out, dude. Always a blast talking with you.
Anytime. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely, dude. And guys, always remember,
Shop smart, shop S-smart.
did that play?